If you're still manually clicking through dozens of columns just to rename them, or struggling to stitch a broken table back together, you're working way harder than you need to. Most people think that the ampersand is just a basic Excel trick for joining text, but in Power Query M Code, it's actually a surgical tool. It lets you bulk edit metadata and rebuild data structures in a single clean step. Today, I'll be showing you 2 practical ways to use the ampersand to fix your messy tables and help you work more like a Power Query pro. So we're going to look at 2 use cases where you can use the ampersand, and it's kind of a neat way to use it. Let's say we have this table, but really it's 2 tables. It's a product A table and there's a product B table, and we want to combine them. Of course, the easiest thing to do is put them, just copy and paste it, right? But for this use case, let's just pretend this is somebody else's table. They didn't want you to mess with it, but they always needed to be some updates to this table in another sheet, and you're just working with somebody. Well, one way we can do it is to put it into Power Query and have it take care of that process of appending it. And we'll use the ampersand. So let's bring this into Power Query. Go to Data, from Table and Range. Excel is going to be smart enough to figure out this range, and it will put it into Power Query. My table does have headers. That's okay. Click OK. This change type step, I'm going to get rid of it. Don't need that one. I'm going to promote these. I know the first 3 columns is product A. The next 3 is going to be product B, etc. If there's product C, we don't know. But let's promote these. Under Home, use first row as headers. That's going to promote them. That's going to be a date. Let's make that date just a date. Don't include the time. That column selected. Press Control key. Select that column. Let's change the data type. Home, data type here. We'll just have date. So let's do column A first, and then we'll do column B. Select my first column here. Shift. Select my last column here. Right click. Remove other columns. Let's put in a new column here. Add column. Custom column. I'll leave that for now. Custom name. Here, just type in A. This is product A. Click OK. And we've got that. Now I want to do the same thing with the other column. I don't need to go back to the source. Let's go back to the last step where we kind of still had column B. And that's this step, right? Change type. But I'll just reference that in my next step here. So I'll just go to here. Click on my FX here. It's going to add an extra step called custom one, but let's change that to change type. So we're going to reference change type. So I'll just call it change type. And it kind of selected it first. I'm just select that, press OK, and we have it almost back to normal. But here, instead of deleting the first 3 columns, I'm going to delete the other columns. The columns for product B is selected. Shift, select the last column, right click, and then remove other columns. Also need to remove these -1, -2, -3. So I'll just go there, remove that, and remove this one, and remove this one. Also add here, I'll call this B, click OK. And just to make it easier to reference that last one where we got to column A, right click, rename this. I'll just call this A. And this one, I will right click, rename this column B. I'll just call this step B. Press enter. And for the next step, click on that. All it is just A space, ampersand space, and B. B. Press enter. Press return. And it's done it. I'll just call this one product. Click outside of that. Let's combine them together. Go to Home, close and load, and it loads it into a new sheet. So if this is something you only do once, probably not a good idea to go through the whole Power Query process. But if this is something that you do a lot, and you've got some restrictions on how you update the source, maybe this is something that you can use. And it's an interesting way to use the ampersand to do this. Let's go to my next use case. Let's say here we want to append something to the end of this. Maybe this Jan to December needs to say 2025 or the year. Now, if this was the source data, it's better to do it in Excel with formulas. But if this is something that happened like in the 5th or 6th step of a process that you do, probably using the ampersand and Power Query is a good idea because it's going to follow different steps. Let's see how we can do this. Go here, go to Data, from Table and Range, click OK. Power Query opens up, and it's really just a simple M code function. Let's just remove this change type because I don't want to type in all that change type. It's easier to type source. So click on the FX key to add another step. Here, all we need to do is type in table dot transform column names open parentheses. And what is my table? Well, that's the table from the previous step. That's source. Just click on that, comma. What do we want to do? We want to do it for each column. So we need to put in the each keyword here and an underscore. And the underscore is kind of like an iterator. It's going to look at the first instance of what it sees as the column. Ampersand. And what do I want to do? I want to append something. So I'm going to append. I'll append the year, 2025. Click on my check mark here. And it's done it. Click close and load. And now you see the sheet here has 2025 all across there. So again, using the ampersand is kind of like a neat little tool that you can use. It shouldn't be something where you do in the beginning of the transformation of your particular data. But when you find you've got to append things later on and like 4 or 5 steps down, and you got to do it in a consistent basis, you'll find that it's a neat little tool that you can use. If you found these ampersand tricks helpful, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss my next deep dive into Power Query M code. Mastering these small syntax secrets is exactly how you stop fighting with your data and start automating the hard stuff.